You play with Phil. I was watching him strumming a Telecaster. You on the mandolin. But it's also said that a few years ago you'd had a boozy lunch somewhere. It was nearly Christmas, and you made an ill-advised trip down Denmark Street, one of the great guitar shop streets in London.
Yeah, it's a regular occurrence. I like to do that little pre-Christmas boozy lunch with friends, and then we go down Denmark Street and egg each other on, and everyone buys something inappropriate.
For you, it was a mandolin.
For me, it was a mandolin, and it changed my life, literally. Yeah, I mean, I got down to breakfast the next morning, there it was, and picked it up, started trying to work out chords on it, because it's tuned rather differently to most of the other instruments I've got, and I really got on with it. Amazing. I started playing punk songs on it, and it just sounded very different. I thought, yes, found something I can do. Yeah. Musically. Because, if you've been a kind of wannabe musician from the age of 12, you eventually think, I found a sound. Yeah. I found one.
Right, I see.
That's mine. Yeah. That's mine.
Yeah.
It was an exciting moment.
I did this. I did a similar thing about 4 or 5 years ago. I bought a very cheap mandolin, and I did the opposite. I simply couldn't get on with it. Yeah. And in a fit of pique, I know
smashed it up.
I did.
Did you?
I Townsended it.
Yeah.
It was unrelated to a music issue, but there you go. I'm glad that you've picked it up, Ed.
It's quite hard to Townsend a mandolin, isn't it? I mean, it's gone in a second. I imagine.
I know.
Was it unsatisfying?
It was just that for whatever reason, I just couldn't pick it. And I consider myself quite musical, Edge. I really do. But no,
does anyone else?
Nobody else does. Nobody concurs.
Yeah.
But we were talking also about the fact that the young ones went on tour towards the big, sort of in the earlier days.
We did, yeah. And it was before the days of videoing live tours, and I'm glad it was, because in my memory it was amazing.
There's no film to disabuse you of that notion.
No, it was like everyone was very excited on stage and the audience and on stage, and it started off as a 4-hour show. I don't know how we had 4 hours of material, and we just there was only 3 of us, only me, Rick, and Nigel doing it.
That's incredible to generate 4. Yeah. Was there a lot of improvisation?
And the last sort of 20 minutes was like a rock gig. We had a band with us, and we used to do a few songs, My Generation and stuff like
that. That's a vanity project right there, isn't it? That's brilliant. Come on, get your guitars out. Come on. Yeah. We're going to give them a few numbers now. Yeah. And now it's come full circle with the Bad Shepherds. I guess the great thing about that is that you can still do a kind of stand-up between the songs, can't you? Having seen you do it, that kind of is what it turns out to be, isn't it?
Well, it's not. I wouldn't call it stand-up. I think the Bad Shepherds trade in joy. I think we trade in joy rather than comedy.
That's beautiful.
Maximum joy is our motto.
That's what we try to achieve on this programme, and usually we fall between the two stools of joy and comedy.
I think music and comedy are very different. I mean, people have tried to blend them for a long time. It's never a very happy mix, because I think they're essentially different. Comics go out and they take on the audience, whereas musicians go out and you want to join with the audience. You want to meet.
There's a communion.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
And as a performer, I prefer the second.
I see, because you're telling your stuff at an audience, aren't you? If you're a comedian, and it's very much, it can be very much one way.
It's about audience control as well.
Yeah.
Kind of forcing them to look here and do that, and laugh at this. But with music, you're saying, come in this way. Let's see if we meet in the middle. Best gig I ever did was The Beautiful Days of the Bad Shepherds. It just kind of really worked.
Yeah.
When you can feel something really work. Yeah. It's much music working is much more fulfilling than comedy working.
Well, there you go. But does this mean then that the door has been permanently kicked shut when it comes to comedy, or do you think
not
you'll
at all?
come
I'm a
back to
tart.
it?
I'll do anything.